Okay, American Party Rentals 4-burner Castle range and oven. How to ignite and begin your cooking. First, we're going to make sure, as with all propane equipment, before connecting, we want to make sure everything is turned off. And in the case of this oven, the valves are horizontal, parallel to the ground. And then you might find your hose inside the oven. Sometimes we deliver it that way. At the end of the hose, you'll find a big brass quick couple. So we come around to the back side to the swivel and connect that hose, and you push up on it until you may have to. Let me do that again. You pull down. Has a little slide lock on it. You pull that down and then push up until that slide lock is able to snap. And once it's connected, it'll be nice and snug like that, and you'll be able to. Now, again, this keeps our hoses from being kinked, preventing gas flow. The other thing we do is check, make sure that the tanks are both in the off position before I connect. Now in this instance, we have some of these we have a single tank, and on some of them there's a double. Now I won't go into the reasoning for that, but it's a technical reason. But either case, there's really no difference in operation. It's just more tanks to connect. Make sure that the nut is tightened on there as far as possible. And on the other tank, both tanks must be connected. They don't necessarily both need to be on, but you definitely want them both to be connected. So we've had everything turned off. So now you're okay to turn the gas on. And again, I like to make sure that the hose is relatively flat. We don't have any loops or coils in the hose. Try to stretch it out, and that really just ensures good gas flow. Once the gas is on, each of the 4 burners most of them have this little guy right here, the pilot. And unfortunately, not all pilots work. And this is just a device that once it's lit, it will allow you to ignite the burner without having to use a lighter. So it takes a little while for the gas to flow to those. But the 4 burners on the top, the only valve you have to control that is right here. So there's nothing impeding the use of those burners. You can just, on this one, all the way to the right is the right rear. So I try to have my flame in place when I turn that valve on. There we go. So yeah, just have your flame ready to go. I don't have enough hands here. There we go. So up and down is on. You can control the gas flow by how far you turn the dial. See, there we go. Got a pilot. It takes it a minute for the gas to get up to the pilot. You see this one's got gas. So now that pilot's lit, you should be able to turn the gas on, and that burner will ignite automatically. The challenge with the pilot lights is they get grease in them, they get clogged. It's very difficult to keep them all operating, especially in the rental environment. If it were a restaurant and they get a lot of use, we'd be able to avoid that. But being that they're used for only hours at a time instead of days at a time, makes things a little more challenging. So again, the range is very simple. Again, a grill lighter is very helpful. Keep your hands out of there, and always, whenever possible, have your flame in place next to the burner when turning the gas on. That way the gas lights right away, rather than having a plume build up and burning your eyebrows off. So the oven, things get a little more complicated. First thing we want to do is a first timer. We pull the racks out. And then this bottom piece, and I warn you, it's loud. This is going to take two hands though. And now you got access to the pilot and thermocouple. The pilot is the thing all the way on the left there, and the thermocouple is a little finger. And then this is the burner. And then one other thing that's important to note is on the bottom of this bottom plate here is the baffle. And the baffle helps as the gas shoots out of the holes in the burner. The baffle, it hits the baffle on the bottom of the plate, and distributes the gas and basically helps with the igniting process. So once you have your pilot lit and you turn the oven on, if it doesn't light up right away, most likely that's because the baffle's not in place and the gas isn't getting distributed well, and providing an opportunity for the pilot light to ignite it efficiently. If you blow on the pilot at that stage, you'll see the flame start to catch around the burner. But once everything's in place, it will light up, and quite readily. But next step is this little red button. You're going to push and hold that button for quite some time. Your thumb is going to want to fall off. Not always, but it seems like 2 minutes just seems to take forever. But we're going to hold that button, and what we're doing is we're allowing gas to flow through the gas line into the gas valve here, or into the pilot line, I should say. So we have to bleed all the air out of the line, and since we've already gotten the burners going, most of the air should be out. I'll come back up here, and this is one of those things, again, it's hard for me to do. Let's see if I can